Yay! Donuts!
Donuts. Yes. That's what we're doing.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to World of Donuts. We went to Griffin, Georgia this time. Again, for those who've been paying attention, Craig's been doing the drive from Atlanta to Savannah every weekend to come visit moi. And so I sent him to Tasty Donuts in Griffin, the crack of dawn this morning. So there's the card. Actually, there's multiple cards.
Well, this is like it's an actual
menu flyer.
Menu flyer.
A foldable menu.
Look at that.
For those who need it. But we got a half dozen donuts for $5.02. And
he actually waved off the 2 cents. He's like, I handed him $5 in cash. But what I love most about this is they serve pigs in a blanket. I mean, come on. Really? How can you pass that
at a
up?
donut shop.
And anytime you need a dozen sausage, egg, and cheese burritos, stop in. Although we can only speak to the donuts.
Well, and also anyone who watched a previous video a couple back probably remembers a little dog named Griffin that was in the back of our car, and that was one of our strays that Craig found in Griffin a couple weeks previous that is now adopted by a friend of ours.
Yes, no relation to the donut
being
shop.
Spoiled rotten.
Oh yeah.
So.
All right, which one do you want to start with? Should we start off with the punch in the face? Since
no. No.
All right, so
okay, so
your choice.
Pretty basic donut selection from what Craig showed me in pictures, and you'll see those on the Instagram from today.
To his credit, I was the first one in the store. It had just opened, and they just had a very basic selection of donuts.
Just starting to bring donuts out. There may have been more options later in the day.
They have, like right here it says cinnamon. They have cinnamon twists,
right?
Also,
which weren't out when you were there.
Yeah, we got the glazed cake and so forth, and then they also have, apple fritters, Long John's twists, cinnamon rares,
and filled donuts, which you didn't have an option of any filled donuts.
They didn't have
so maybe sometimes going when they first opened, not the smartest,
the best choice,
because they still haven't maybe finished some of the stuff to put out. So we have some very basic donuts. But obviously they have more options, so we'll see how these roll. So this is your old-fashioned.
Is it old-fashioned? Oh.
It's a very sweet old-fashioned.
I like it.
I'm used to an old-fashioned being kind of bland. So I wasn't expecting the sweetness to that. Probably because it's glazed. That helps, but the dough itself also feels very sweet.
Yeah, it's a little sweet, but it's good. It's your standard donut for old-fashioned. I got what I was expecting.
All right. So I expect this to be very similar. This is their glazed.
It should be squishier.
Well, it's going to be squishier, but I expect it to have some like a similar flavor.
All right. When you said similar, I'm like, no, they don't look anything alike. Pleasantly surprised.
It's a pretty tasty glazed donut. So it's mushier.
It's thick.
It's a very mushy donut, but it's got a really nice sweetness to it. Okay, I like that one better.
Yeah, I would I would get that over the old-fashioned.
Yeah. All right.
We got to get this one out of the way eventually.
We will.
Okay.
All right. Cinnamon sugar. So, high hopes.
Pretty hard to screw up a cinnamon sugar donut.
Not this one. But
oh. It was like my timing was...
You do remember that one cinnamon donut we had that was like, it tasted like we took a spoonful of cinnamon.
Yeah, they basically rolled it in cinnamon.
That one tastes like any old store-bought cinnamon donut to me.
And again, I come back to price point. They're 80 cents a piece.
Yeah.
85 cents, whatever. It was a half dozen donuts for $5. Really? That people spend more at Starbucks.
So far, I would say this is the equivalent to like going to like your local Kroger, Publix, Safeway, whatever you're near, and hitting up their bakery for their fresh donuts in the morning. that's kind of where we're at.
But again, don't go to a Kroger. Support your local businesses.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Help 'em
saying.
out.
But I'm just saying it's the equivalent. So
Yeah.
if you're gonna go get donuts anyway, go support the local mom and pop shops because they're up at the crack of dawn making donuts for everybody, and they're just as good. All right, so this is a chocolate frosted.
Mm-hmm.
This is not glazed on the bottom like we've been getting.
Best kind. As you know, we differ in our style and preference for donuts.
Again, this is a very simple, to the point, chocolate frosted donut. No bells and whistles. It's exactly what it is.
Mm-hmm. Now, this comes down to a discussion of relative value. Because if I'd paid like
$3 for that donut.
$2.75 or $3 for this donut, I would be frankly very upset. But less than $1, this is very satisfying.
But now the question is, would you go off the beaten path, off the highway to get these?
Now, to be clear, it's at the corner of Highway 41 and Highway 16. So it's not hard to find. It's like right next to a, what was it parked right next to? I'm trying to remember, but I mean, it's fairly obvious that you're not having to go over far. You're at a major intersection of two state highways. You're not on the interstate, no. But you're not too terribly far. If you're coming across through Griffin and you're on 41, you will definitely pass this.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, in comparison to a lot of the other donut shops we've had,
oh, if you're talking about the one in
I wouldn't go out of my way for these, but
like
if
the
I
Donut
happen to
Tree?
be driving past.
If you're talking about like the Donut Tree. Yes, the Donut Tree, I would say fly to...
Well, you would have to fly into Boise and then drive south.
Or fly into... How did we get there?
We drove from Salt Lake to Boise, it was closer. Yeah, it was Mountain Home, Idaho. It's closer to Boise.
I thought we drove into... Anyway, I'm confused. We traveled too much. Yeah, okay.
Red velvet glazed.
Which I am rapidly learning. I am not... I've lived in the South how long now? 15 years?
Uh-huh.
I'm not on the... I have not gotten on the red velvet cake train.
Very red. But again, this is true to what a lot of people say. It's a red velvet, doesn't have a huge red velvet flavor. A lot of red velvet tastes very nondescript. Whereas if you watched our last video, you'll see that we had a red velvet that had a really strong red velvet flavor that he was not digging. See what I mean?
Still
you can take it or leave it.
Yeah, but it's like Kraft macaroni and cheese. You know, it's pasta, yes, but it's
All right, last one. Hopefully the Redeemer. Blueberry glazed.
Quiet you.
It's a very mild blueberry.
You want some red velvet cake?
Hi.
I like that.
Sorry for
That's
Sadie's
probably my
panting.
favorite. That's probably my favorite of them all. Because it's nice and thick, it's got a good kick of flavor, and it has just a light smattering of the glaze. It's not super heavy. These are good for people who don't like a ton of sugar on their donuts.
They're not super sweet.
This would be an awesome place to swing by for, what is it, $9 or something for a dozen donuts?
It's pretty cheap.
Let's see, a dozen glaze $7.69, a dozen cake $8.99. So for like $9 or less.
I would say, you know what these are great for? These are awesome if you're throwing like a kid's birthday party and you need like 5 dozen donuts.
And you need non-discriminating children.
Yeah, well, again, no. It's just there's no flavor that's like an assault to your senses that's gonna like upset somebody, or you know they're midline, like what we call like our seed donuts. You know, nothing's gonna be overwhelming to anybody, but it's also not going to be a disappointment because they are good.
I think a C is a harsh because again, look at your price point. For what you're getting, for what you're paying, I would give this at least a B+.
He's being nicer than me.
Well, again,
I'm comparing it to everything else we've had.
well, okay. In comparison to some of the donuts we've had in terms of quality, that's not even. That's like, saying that the Savannah Bananas are going to go play the Atlanta Braves.
Or that
Yeah.
men with long hairs in right now. It's almost as long as mine. That's just sad. Anyway.
She loves my hair.
Yes. I'm sure people are going to chime in on that. Okay. So. Anyway. Griffin, Georgia. It's not in a direct path of much, but it is, like he said, off 2 state highways. Easy to find. Really good price point. If you have to feed a lot of people,
The guy there was super friendly.
You could go get a lot of donuts, fairly affordable, and please a lot of people because, hey, a donut's a donut. People get excited. It's not going to break the bank, which is good. Or you just you live in the area and you want a treat and you're on a budget.
Yeah,
definitely worth a stop.
They got great. What was 4 point something? And they had really good Google review. So it's understandable.
Alrighty. Well, I don't know where we're at next time you see us, but Craig's still working, so it's probably local for at least another week or two, and then we travel. So, thanks for joining us, and I guess we'll see you next time. Bye.